Good morning and welcome to another wonderful episode of What's Hot with Scott. I'm Scott Rajavori of Titus Contracting. This show covers hot topics in the remodeling world. I think the last few weeks we discussed porches. We're moving on. We discussed porches because it gets nice in the summer here in Minnesota. Believe it or not, if you're not from Minnesota, it does get quite nice, and it's been warm here. And so I have my own personal experience with the topic we're going to talk about today, and this is going to be more of advice, maybe some education for you, because these are things I was unaware of, and I've been doing this a long time. So shout out to Apollo Heating and Air, who came out to my house yesterday, and Jimmy, who educated me on HRVs and ERVs. So these are systems put in homes. More recently, late 90s, now it's code that you must have something that makes air exchanges in your home. Our houses are built so tight now that the air can get stale, the air quality can get poor. So these HRVs, which is a heat recovery ventilation unit, and ERVs, which is an energy recovery ventilation unit, are put in homes to help change out the air. So you don't if you cook with garlic like we always do, or my sister-in-law, Katie, if you're out there, used to cook all these different vegetables, and we get these odors in the house, and sometimes the range hood couldn't keep up. So they can change out the air, but also HRVs will take out humidity, monitor that for you. But what I learned, and this is important for all you, is that during the summer, if you have these units, you need to turn them way down or turn them off. And the reason for that is that, and this seems like common sense, but it wasn't so common for this guy. The air that's being drawn in from the outside, which is what it's supposed to do, is humid. So what happens? You're drawing humid air, and your air conditioning is trying to eliminate humidity and cool the house. This unit's drawn in hot, moist air, so your unit doesn't really cool. So really critical that during these seasons that you turn that down, especially with the new high efficiency systems we have out there. They're designed differently. They're designed with 2-stage blowers and multi-speed units. And this is great stuff. If you're thinking about upgrading, these are important things. You really want to ask questions about from your heating contractor. When you're comparing units or when we're doing something for you, it's important to talk through options, because yes, you're going to spend a little bit more money, but you're going to save energy, and you're going to have a house that's temperatures are more consistent by upgrading some of these things. So the units are more efficient, so they take longer to cool than they used to because they use these multi-speed motors and everything. So when you're introducing this warm air, you think your air conditioner is not working, and it really is. The other thing that's important, this is really cool, and I put this too far away, so let me reach for this just 1 minute. Or maybe I can get my wonderful assistant to help me. Thank you. Is Wi-Fi thermostat. So a bunch of people wanted me to talk about more a smart technology, and maybe you're familiar with these. This is the Honeywell version. And again, so that's a Honeywell version. Here is what I have in my home. Now, I really don't keep my air conditioner set at 67 degrees. But that gives you an idea what it looks like. And this is what it looks like on my phone. This isn't actually my phone, but that's what it looks like. The cool thing about these units is that you can control your temperature from your phone. So if you're away, you can turn the temperature down. As you're coming home, you can turn it up. It notifies you if there's issues with it. You can set schedules. They're smart. They actually learn your patterns. With the Nest, it tells if you're away. But one thing that's important that I learned is that, the old school, if you've been around a while, you have these setback thermostats, and you turn it way down so it doesn't, or turn it way up at night maybe, or turn it up at night, or turn it up when you're gone. And the same thing with heating. The new systems aren't designed to vary so much because they're so efficient. You don't have to worry so much. So when you're setting these things, when you're setting your setback thermostats, and again, get educated by your installer. You only want to vary a couple degrees. You don't want to have your system heating to 70 degrees during the day and 62 at night anymore. It's more efficient. It takes a lot of time for that unit to catch up, and definitely in cooling. So these are some wise things that I learned. I went on for a while. I hope I didn't bore you with this, but I think it's important because you can apply this in your home and you can have a more energy efficient home and a more comfortable home. So thank you for joining me today with What's Hot with Scott. Scott Rajavori here at Titus Contracting. We're passionate about what we do. We'd love to share our experience with you and participate in your project. So give us a call or email us or FaceTime us or whatever it is you do, and we'll get back to you. Thanks again. Have a great day.